This video is brought to you by John Robson Guitar Tuition. If you enjoy the content, please consider supporting the channel by enrolling on a course, purchasing some guitar lessons or a t-shirt, or you can join my Patreon. Now, on with the show. Hello chaps, welcome once again to John Robson Guitar Tuition. As always, I do hope you're well. That little solo that you just heard there was played over the Aeolian mode chord sequence that we looked at in Wednesday's chord progressions tutorial that I put up. Basically, it's a chord sequence which is widely used through many genres of rock, pop, country, blues, even styles of music, and it's handy to know how to play over it. So that's what I was doing there, and here is a brief explanation of what I was doing. Right then, what's going on here? Well, first of all, the chord sequence. We've basically got 4 chords throughout this whole thing: an E minor, a C, a G, and a D. And the overall tonality, the chord that everything wants to lead back to, is E minor. So you can obviously just kind of noodle away with all your different positions of E minor pentatonic, starting maybe here, then here, 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 and then finally this one. I say finally because that's taking you back to the one you started on again, but you can basically move up into the next octave and play as many of those patterns that you've just seen again in a higher octave as you can fit in, depending on the number of frets on your guitar. Anyway, E minor pentatonic, the notes in that scale are E, G, A, B, D. So starting on an E note, here we know this is an E, 12th fret on the E string, you've got E, G, A, B, D. And then E, G, A, B, D, and then E, G again. So you're going to see in a moment why knowing where the notes are is going to be kind of useful. Incidentally, a handy little hack that you can use to remember what notes are in E minor pentatonic is if you take the letters E, G, A, B, and D, rearrange them slightly, you get the word badge. So that's just a way that you can remember what notes are in the scale, and obviously then, as I say, you have to rearrange them into scale order, but you know, that gives you a start. So we've got a C chord in this scale, in this chord sequence rather, and obviously the C chord has a C note in it, which isn't in the E minor pentatonic. As we've said, it's E, G, A, B, D. So you can start adding in your C note. I'm going to do this down here in this position of the scale. Here's E minor pentatonic, position 3. So I can start adding in C notes wherever I find them. Okay, I know this scale here starts on a A note, so I can go A, B, then there's the C, D, E, G, A, B, so there's the C there, D, E, G, A, B, and then C is going to be there, always 1 fret above the B note. And the other note we can kind of harvest from the chord sequence is in the D chord there's an F sharp note. So we're going to add the F sharp notes into the E minor pentatonic, and as we discussed, this note here is an A, so that's going to go A, B, D, E, G. Oh, so the F sharp is going to be 1 fret behind it, like that. So there's your F sharp, G, A, B, D, E, G. There's the F sharp 1 fret behind the G note, and then A and B there. So adding in the the C and F sharp notes, you would get something like this. There's your E root note. So we'll kind of anchor that like that and make that, give that our ear that as a reference point, and then so then you've got A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, like that. And when you add those notes into an E minor pentatonic, an F sharp and a C, you get the E Aeolian mode. And if you can figure out what the relationship is to the E minor pentatonic, what those notes, how they relate to it. For instance, the F sharp note is always 1 fret behind the G, and the C note is always 1 fret above the B. Then you now know the formula, if you like, to figure out any Aeolian mode. What I like to do with this is basically it gives me more notes per square inch on the neck of the guitar, so I can play faster, which is something I like to do occasionally. So for example, let's just kind of give myself a bit more grunt, just turn the guitar's volume up a little bit. If I've got the E note here and the F sharp and the G and the A and so on like that, I can start creating runs that go maybe like this. Slide up into the next pattern, and you know, I can kind of get a bit of speed going behind that just using hammer-ons and pull-offs. Like that, and that's what I like to do with adding those notes in to a pentatonic. It just makes it easier for me to kind of put those twiddly runs in. And if you're a Patreon supporter, you will get a tab with all of those twiddly little licks in the solo tabbed out. The whole solo's tabbed out, and you can kind of see what I'm doing there and how it relates to what I've just been talking about. The middle section of the tune, I depart from the E minor pentatonic or anything based upon it a little bit. Basically what happens in the middle section is we go to the relative major tonality of G major. Just momentarily, I think it goes G, D, E minor to C, like that. So I've got more of a G major tonality, and when I was playing, it just, my instincts took over, and I just thought, I'm going to play something that's a little bit bluesy here over this major key section. And if you want to get like a bluesy sound over major chords, play the minor pentatonic. Not E minor pentatonic, the G minor pentatonic, because we're on a G major tonality here. And if I play that, just that G major chord, and then noodle around some G minor pentatonic, you can hear that G minor pentatonic sounds bluesy when your ear is kind of detecting the G major as the tonal centre. I think I did that up here somewhere. It was like some kind of looks like that. Again, it's all tabbed out, so refer to the tab if you want to see what the actual licks were that I played. Then towards the end of the solo, I think it was in the final bar, I played a little bit of country sort of stuff. Again, we're back into this E Aeolian mode kind of deal here. I was using kind of hybrid picking and sixths. So, you know, you've got, if I was to think in terms of the E Aeolian mode, going up this E string here, I've got E, F sharp, G, A, B, C, D, E, and so on. Okay? And as you remember, that's just the E minor pentatonic with the added F sharp and C notes. But what I can do now is I can take, let's say this this E note here. If I count down the scale 6 steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that takes me to a G note. So I'm going to take the E note and the G note and pair them up, and I'm playing the lower note, the G, with the pick, and the higher note, the E note, with my third finger on this hand. So, and then I can just track that down the scale, go down to the D note on this string, go down 6 notes of the scale from that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm on an F sharp. And if you do that from every note of the scale, you get that. And it was some kind of little lick like that I played. I think it was something along those kind of lines was the lick that I ended up playing, just as a way of rounding things off to a finale. So basically, what we've learned here is that you can add notes from the underlying chords into your core pentatonic. We added the C note and the F sharp note into E minor pentatonic, and that allows you to do that kind of double stop kind of country chicken picking kind of thing like that. And it also gives you more notes per square inch on the neck, so you can do all of the kind of twiddly stuff like that. And then over any major chord, any major tonality, like a G for example, you can play the minor pentatonic, G minor pentatonic over a G major tonality to get a bluesy kind of sound. And that was what was going on in this solo. Hope you found it helpful and hope you have some fun with it. And there is, of course, a full tab in both Guitar Pro and PDF formats, along with that clip that you've just seen there of me explaining what's going on. The original video of the solo that you saw at the top of the video, and a little jam track for you to try out some of those ideas that I've been talking about over the top of. All of that is up on my Patreon page. There's the address, and the link is in the description. It's only $3 a month, and you get all of these additional resources that go along with these little YouTube lessons that I put up. Thank you so much to everybody who's supporting me in that way, or any of the other ways that are all linked down in the description. And thank you in advance if you're thinking about doing any of that sort of stuff. Much appreciated. But that is pretty much it for today, folks. Hope you've enjoyed the video, found it useful, informative, maybe even a little bit inspiring. And if you have, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell if you haven't already done so. And why not give me a like while you're at it. But as I say, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Look after yourselves, folks. Stay well, stay safe, and above all, stay sane. Bye for now.